Already,
Report live.
we'll call this meeting of pre-council to order. Is there a motion we approve the minutes?
So moved. Second.
Motion second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, minutes approved.
Can everybody hit their mics?
Check, 1, 2, 3. Do we have to?
Alrighty. Okay, the minutes were approved. Department comments, I don't see Virgil.
We have anything on there?
Yes.
Yes,
He may be involved.
he might be.
It's 434 8th Avenue Northeast. Condemnation. You wanna move to the next, and then move to the next, Brandy?
Is this a new condemnation or is it one that was tabled for?
This is a new one.
A new one?
You got a picture of it?
Matthew?
Yes.
That you 8th Avenue Northeast.
It's in Holt, isn't it? Is that not in Holt?
Off River Road, maybe.
Yeah.
River Road, I guess.
Oh, yeah, probably.
Well, we need to wait for him.
Yeah.
Is that the only one, Vicky?
I believe so.
Doesn't really look that bad.
I was gonna move on to these licenses.
Hey, Mr. Tyner, can we move on to Mr. Mills? Mr. Williams is on his way.
Sure.
Okay, perfect.
All right, yeah, because we all need a drink.
You got it.
Can we put in a request for City Hall?
I'll try to bring y'all some drinks today. We got 3 applicants.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah.
We got 1 applicant with 3 applications. This is the Walmart store, East LP. The first one is Walmart DBA Walmart 2500. This is the neighborhood market. Sir.
No, go ahead.
They're applying for retail beer off premises only, and retail table wine only. Yes.
Which Walmart?
This is the one on 69 South. This is a new one being built.
Oh, the new one.
Hillcrest.
Yes, sir. All right, that's the first one of the applications. The second one they're applying for the Walmart fuel station, 2500. They're applying for retail beer off premises only, retail table wine only. And the third one of the applications is they're applying for Walmart 2500 liquor box. They're applying for lounge retail liquor class 2 package store.
So this is a package store inside the Walmart?
It's all usually on the outside of it. So you have to have a separate entrance.
And the fuel stations, when you pull up and you buy your gas, you can get a 6-pack too or something like that?
Yes, sir.
And the liquor box is hard liquor?
That's
Yes, sir.
unreal.
Yeah, I've never been out of town, Eston, anywhere. They got
Yeah.
all over.
Never seen that before.
Yeah, liquor stores, yeah. Like in grocery store.
Like a wine
Dixie,
box.
something like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
This-
Walmart just trying to take over there.
They want all of it.
A liquor box.
I wish we had an eye, what law enforcement thought of it.
It's got to come to committee.
No, these do not have to come before committee because these are off premises.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, it's on purpose.
You for them, Chief Rice?
Sir?
Are you for it? Liquor
Yes, yes, we're for it.
We better be for it.
box? Liquor
He
box.
wasn't listening. He wasn't listening.
TPDs for the liquor box.
Yes, sir.
We better be for it too.
Those are my only applicants for tonight. It's 1 applicant, 3 applications.
I'm for it right now.
Okay. And that goes to public safety.
No, sir. They're all off premises.
Oh.
So these are for council tonight. They don't have, only time I have to go to public safety or admin is if it's on premises.
That's right, I'm sorry.
Sure.
So that's all tonight.
Yes, sir.
Any questions? Thank you, Tony.
Uh-huh.
All right, Virgil. Back on the 4th Avenue Northeast. 8th
Apologize for being late. This is for 434 8th Avenue Northeast. Mr. Booth has pulled a permit for demolition, but he's been having issues with trying to get somebody out, but we're gonna go ahead and bring it to y'all, let y'all vote it down. I told him he still got time to tear it down himself, but he will not be
As
here.
in, take it
Take
down
it
or
down,
vote
yes. Yeah, go ahead and vote to demolish.
Where exactly is that in proximity to Crescent Ridge?
That's before, it's right across, you cross over the 82, and it's the first little drop off down in those townhomes, apartments down in to the left, back toward the river. There's several in there.
Across from the park, Riverside Office Park.
Yeah,
Riverside.
Oh, man.
They
But there's
occupied now?
I'm sorry.
Are they occupied now?
He had a lady in. I honestly didn't think anybody was living in them when I posted it, but he said there was one lady living in one that he was having trouble getting out of there, but he was going through the eviction process. But he thinks she's left now, and because we had. It took so long for it to get moving, I went ahead to bring it to y'all, so if he doesn't tear it down, we will. So it's structurally unsound. You can see where the foundation has started collapsing on this one.
That's Mark, right?
Yes, sir.
So he wanted to just go ahead and,
Yeah, he will not be here. I told him he didn't have to be unless he wanted to contest it. He wasn't going to contest it anyway.
Okay.
So
is that all you had?
that's all I've got tonight.
All right. Thank you, Virgil.
Apologize again for being late.
No.
Where'd you get that royal purple Tuscaloosa shirt?
I have no clue where they order our shirts from.
Alexis, yes, the cool kid.
All right. The mayor, of course, we've all spoken with, but he won't be here. Department comments, announcements, Alexis?
Yeah.
Okay,
I
okay.
just wanted to introduce Alexis Clark. She's operations manager at the River Market, and she just wanted to give y'all a brief update on how wonderful things are going on at the River Market.
Thank you, Kay. And as you can tell on our slide, we have won the #1 farmers market in the state of Alabama for the last 3 years running. This is a People's Choice Award that is presented by America's Farmland Trust. Will you go ahead one more? And I have been so blessed to be here for 10 years working for the city of Tuscaloosa. And I had the chance recently to travel to the Farmers Market Pros Conference. And what I learned is that we are unique in our farmers market situation. So many other cities across the country are not as supportive as the city of Tuscaloosa is toward our farmers market. Not only do we have a beautiful facility on the river, but we have Tuscaloosa Police Department support every Saturday morning. We have parking support. We have golf carts running. We just have a luxurious situation, and I'm so thrilled to have it. We also have an amazing team. I have 7 people that run the farmers market with me, and they are phenomenal to make this happen, because farmers markets don't just happen. This is our layout for every Saturday, and I just wanted to point out that we are an economic engine for the city of Tuscaloosa. We are a booming business. There are 68 vendor spots at the River Market. 40 people fit inside the River Market, and various vendors fit outside. But 52 of those are business license holders. So they purchase a business license from the city, they pay taxes to the city, and those that don't are actually farmers who have an exemption, so they don't have to pay taxes or have a business license, because what they're doing is selling their produce directly from the farm to the consumer at our location. So we have from Biola Battery, we have shrimp farmers that come up that get their shrimp that come up, and we have people from Chilton County, so they're coming from all over the state to be at the farmers market. We are Sweet Grown Alabama, which means we are a certified farmers market under the authority of the State Department of Agriculture and Industries. All of the produce that you see on the farmers market tables comes from within 25 miles of the state line of Alabama, and we certify that all of it is grown by the farmers that you see at the table. And the way we do that is our staff actually drives out to the farm every May and makes sure that what we see on the table is being grown by them. Every third Saturday of the month, we have the Pop Kids Club. This is a great way for us to draw in any of the young families in Tuscaloosa to come and participate in our programming. We have the 2-Bite Challenge. So every third Saturday of the month, we have a different fruit or vegetable for the children to try. And they have a arts and crafts activity that they get to participate in. Last year, we had the fall music series that was supported by you here at the City Council. But this year, we were able to invest a little bit of time into writing a grant application with the Gray Group, and we received $5,200 so that we could pay musicians $200 per performance to come to the market from April through September, and then your fall music series will continue September through December. So we have live music more than half of the year now, so that's really exciting. Taylor Marissa just performed for us this past Saturday, and the music starts every Saturday at 9:30. Starting in June, we'll have Tuesday evening markets from 3 to 7. So this is an addition to what we did last year. Last year we had July markets from 3 to 7, but we'll have them in June and July on Tuesday evenings. This is a smaller market, but it allows us to bring in some of the vendors from our wait list because we are bursting at the seams. We had over 105 applications for the 68 spots that we have, and we can't fit them all. So this Tuesday evening market is an opportunity to bring in some of those waitlisted and still have a good, fun evening out for our vendors, for our community. We recently started a newsletter, and I would love for you to take your phones out and scan that QR code. You can join our newsletter if you like. That is going to be a great way for us to communicate with people who are interested in getting the vendor list and finding out who's going to be performing music and see what else is going on in Tuscaloosa, because we have a section in there that tells what to do after the market, because we are the only standing event that happens every single Saturday all year long. So we are a wealth of information for what people can do on Saturdays in Tuscaloosa other than football. We do accept SNAP EBT, and that is a supplemental nutrition assistance program, which is formerly known as food stamps, that people can bring their SNAP EBT cards to the market, and we will double up that money that they are allocated up to $40 per Saturday just for fresh fruits and vegetables. So that is a really great program that is run through Auburn University that we're able to offer citizens. Last year, we partnered with Table of Grace, which is a food pantry in Tuscaloosa, and we were able to have their volunteers come to the market, and they were able to collect bread and fruits and vegetables and take it to the food pantry to give to citizens for free. We collected 6,378.85 pounds of food last year. And in conclusion, I just wanted to say thank you again so much for your support of the farmers market. It is all year long, every single Saturday. They don't just happen. It's not a miracle. We work really hard to make them happen. But with your support, we can continue having a thriving market. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
What is fat squirrel peppers?
That's one of my favorite events.
Yeah. Fat Squirrel Peppers is a pepper farm. They grow peppers, and they turn those peppers into spices. So that's just one of our vendors from Tuscaloosa.
Are they local?
They're local, yeah. They sure are. Any other questions?
Great job, Alexis.
Thank you so much.
Y'all be listening on Tuesday for an hour or two.
I see I've got. I
What do we
love
do?
those.
So what's new about that?
I'll come back with Betsy.
I love that Tuesdays. I'm glad they're doing 2 months now.
Yeah,
Um,
so I'll be taking my
go by and see Drake. She's gonna post it every week.
Oh, no doubt.
All righty. Mr. Bobbitt.
Yes, sir.
You're up, buddy.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Filling in for Mr. Holmes today. We're going to start on paragraph 8 of your agenda, resolutions and ordinances not of the general nature of permanent operation. Page 12, you'll be authorizing a professional services contract with Lamar's Media Corp for professional advertising services. That was heard at Projects last week. On page 13, you'll be authorizing disbursement from District 3 improvement.
Whoa. We on page 8?
No, paragraph 8.
Paragraph 8.
Of your agenda.
Page 12,
13.
Yes, sir.
13?
Yes, we're moving to page 13, yes, sir.
Okay, I'm off with you.
Okay, page 13 is authorizing a disbursement from District 3 improvement funds for Verner Elementary School. That was heard at Finance last week. Page 14, you'll be authorizing a minor public works contract with Alabama Guardrail, Inc. That was likewise heard at projects last week. Page 15, you'll be authorizing a minor public works contract with Alabama Pro Stripe. That was at projects last week. Page 16 and 17, you'll be tentatively awarding a public works contract to War Construction, Inc. for the Bowers Park Pickleball Courts project. That was likewise heard at projects last week. Page 18, authorizing a minor public works contract with Browning Masonry Company, Inc. That was heard at projects. Page 19, authorizing a minor public works contract with Budget Blinds of Tuscaloosa. That was also discussed at projects. Page 20, authorizing a professional services contract with Vision Security Technologies, Inc. That was heard at projects. Page 21, authorizing the chief financial officer to draw drafts for the University Boulevard East project right-of-way acquisitions. That was heard at, that's coming today from our office, OCA. Page 22, you'll be authorizing the chief financial officer to draw a draft payable to LLL LLC regarding the firing range road access improvements. That likewise is coming from our office. Page 23 and 24, you'll be authorizing amendment number 2 to the subrecipient funding contract with the Salvation Army and authorizing the mayor to execute the amended subrecipient funding contract under the city's 2023 Emergency Solutions Grant Program. That was heard at CD committee last week. Page 25 and 26, authorizing amendment number 2 to the subrecipient funding contract with Temporary Emergency Services, Inc., and authorizing the mayor to execute the amended subrecipient funding contract under the city's 2023 Emergency Solutions Grant Program. That's a mouthful. That also is from CD last week. Page 27 is authorizing amendment number 2 to the subrecipient funding contract with Sand, Inc., DBA Turning Point, and authorizing the mayor to execute the agreement. That's likewise coming from CD last week. Page 28, you'll be authorizing a job class specifications under urban development, the principal planner. That was heard at administration last week. Moving on to ordinances and resolutions of a general nature permanent operation. You'll be amending exhibits A and B of section 1942 of the Code of Tuscaloosa for UD principal planner. That was heard at admin last week. And lastly, on page 30 and 37, amending section 19-229 and section 19235 of the Code of Tuscaloosa pertaining to the employee vehicle policy. And that was likewise heard at admin last week. That's all I have. Does anyone have any questions?
Any questions for Tom? Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, we have projects 2:30, finance 3:15, public safety at 4, then council meeting at 6. And the email that I sent to everyone, I went back and read it, and maybe it's a little misleading that we are going to, with the new term, we are going to start council meetings at 5. And that's something I've worked on with the League of Municipalities attorneys and the Attorney General's office actually, and I haven't had a chance to run that by you, Mr. Bob, or I did have a meeting with Walt, the mayor, about it. So we'll just have to take a little adjustments as far as meetings, committee meetings, 1:30 to 4:30, and then we can't have one blanket committee, but like every Friday by noon, we'll have to put out something that says finance will start at 3 this week, and it'll be an hour, because I have to look at the agenda and see, will it take an hour to do finance that day? Will it take an hour to do projects that day?
So some of these take 10 minutes.
Yeah, and so that, so it'll depend on the agenda, but it will shorten things for us, and that again, I got a follow-up email from the attorneys from the Alabama League of Municipalities that said we certainly could do it, and it was doable, and he appreciated our transparency, and so if I'm misled, we don't start council meeting at 5 tonight, but we will in a few weeks, and I think everybody's happy about that. And
Mr. Chairman?
Yes, sir.
Let me thank each of you for your prayers and your support. Continue to pray for me and with me. And also, I wanted to thank the code enforcement and the mayor and the city staff for the things that they're doing to clean up Creekwood Village in Robinson Garden. And on my way here today, spoke to one of the residents, long-term residents, and she just talked about how now it's beginning to look more like Creekwood Village. And so I wanted to make that, and to say that, and to let the community know that it's gonna take a while to get it all cleaned up, but it is on the mending.
Well, we'll certainly continue prayers for you,
Thank you.
Counselor, and I'm sorry if I've driven you crazy, texting you all the time, but I am very concerned about you, and when I tell you, if you need me to help you with anything, I mean that.
Thank you.
And also, I wanna, let's keep all of our, public safety workers in our prayers, for just every day what they go through. But last night, I think it was a fire in your district, and there was a fire in mine. It's so funny because I just come by that house a couple hours earlier in Green Grove, but that lightning was just, I've never seen anything like that lightning last night, and, 2 residents were caught on fire, and they acted quickly, and they're out there, and I'm worried about, they're getting down to the top 10 American Idol. Please don't take my power off right now. And here they, and I think that is the stupidest thing in the world. These guys are out there, and I'm joking, but I'm thinking, I'm not kidding. I don't want my power to go off. Because look, I got so many animals, I will trip and fall and fall. But
They'll eat you.
they'll eat me up. Yeah. So if I don't hear from you today, please come and check on me. I don't want my face eaten off. But anyway, these.
Is anybody tuning in right now?
Now they are. But because these guys, they're out there. Those situations just. It's just such dangerous situations and everything, and I pray for their safety all the time, and just to think how fortunate we are to have such incredible public servants, but with everybody in the city, I can start, that I was going to brag on Virgil, how some things he took on for me this week, and they go into situations with code enforcement, and it's dangerous. Because they've got people that aren't happy to see them, and so I've heard many of those stories that people, run them off their property and all this type of thing. But the police and fire, again, what they go through in situations like that lightning storm last night, I really appreciate what they do, and just pray they get home safe. And I saw a big old bolt of lightning earlier today. I hope we're not going to have that again this afternoon. But anyway, Airport Advisory Committee will meet Wednesday at 3. Zoning Board of Adjustments will meet Monday, April 28th. And any other comments, communications from anyone? Okay, how did the first Theo Bond, how did the first?
Sold out. We had basically 17 tickets left, so.
17 tickets left?
17 tickets, so, he put on a great show, we sold lots of beverages, and lots of hoodies that night, merchandise, because it was a little chilly outside, but we're really excited, and, May 2nd, we have, Southern Soul coming up, Calvin Richardson, King George, that's gonna be an awesome show.
Yeah.
We've got Live at the Plaza starting every Friday night, at Government Plaza starting May and June, first Friday or every Friday in May and June. So we've got Mayor's Cup this Saturday, so we've got lots going on.
Okay, all right, I know you do. By the way, I had to do one question. Capitol Park and Manderson Landing, I've had some people ask me, they're trying to rent those venues for weddings or something. Is that's not under the city, is it Capitol Park or Manderson Landing, or is?
Have them contact, if they go to liveplaytuscaloosa.com, it's not, or me.
I gave them your email.
Okay, that's perfect. Yeah, we'll take care of them.
Somebody in Mr. Fell's district, I went to high school with, so. Yes, Brandy?
Hey, I believe
Who
we
wants
need
to
to request an
rent?
executive session.
Huh?
We need to request an executive session.
Well,
Yeah, we do.
we do,
Yeah.
because Walt had said to
So-
postpone it, so it's not,
Yeah,
okay?
we need to
All
talk
right,
about it.
we need to ask for an executive session.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right, Tom?
Yes, sir. Calling this to discuss legal ramifications of and legal options for pending litigation controversies not yet being litigated, but imminently likely to be litigated if a governmental body pursues a proposed course of action or to meet other preferred.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. To discuss with the attorney legal ramifications of and legal options for pending litigations, controversies not yet litigated, but imminently likely to be litigated. That's what we're doing.
Okay, all right, is motion second going